So today we have the review of the Suzuki SX4. So this is the full drive or all-wheel drive like clutch system. Suzuki discontinued company with cars and stuff. I think this is a 06, 08 car. It is one of the uglier cars that we have with us. I know a lot of people like the RAV4. This Suzuki isn't that, it's not a showstopper, but in this video you will see why this is a sleeper of a car. On how on the outside looks horrible. Looks like an old grandma is driving it. This is Papa's car. An old grandpa did drive it. But when you actually drive it and the drivability and how it feels, I'll try to show them in the best way possible. You will understand that this is a super fun canyon car that you don't want to break the bank and you want to have a little bit of fun. This is great for it. So let's get into it. So first things first, let's just go over how the car looks. Like I said, it looks pretty old. The front grille and styling is, I don't know, it's not a very pretty car. It is very short. I mean, it is a very short car. Let me see if I can get this all in here. It is tiny. This is a tiny car. It has barely any space for this rear passenger. And look at this trunk. This trunk is tiny, but that makes the wheelbase super small compared to the RAV4. I'll get a comparison shot of everything, but that's the RAV4. And this is the Suzuki. This thing's tiny, so that's another reason why it's so nimble on the back roads. Yep, this is a SX4 all-wheel drive. We haven't gone off-roading with it, but it should do pretty good on off-roading. I mean, it's not a lifted F-150, of course, but, it's good enough in like the snow and rain or whatever. Let me see if, it's unlocked. There's a manual. This is one of the main reasons that makes this thing super fun, is that it's a manual car. It's a 5-speed. This car needs a 6-speed transmission in this thing. It is so geared down. This is the reason why it's so fun, because at 60 miles an hour, it's running at, I think 3,000 RPM. Something like that. I'll do a test just to make sure that I'm right. But the 0 to 60 is what makes it fun. This is not a highway car. This thing is screaming on the highway. But there's something about the Suzuki heritage of the motorcycles or whatever that makes it not feel as screaming. You go in that Dodge that we have at 3,000 RPM, the fan's going, the wind's blowing, it's so stiff, you're like, oh God, this thing is gonna be rough. But with this car, they've made so many motorcycles that they're not afraid to have a car that is, okay with sticking at 3,000 RPM for long periods of time. And we're able to, make that work with their engineering or whatever. So, this is the driver's seat. It's got enough room for, a teenager, smallish adult. I mean, I don't really see Eddie Hall dailying this thing, but for someone like me who's 5'9", 5'10", it's fine. Don't know about the back. Back's pretty tight for people back there, so don't know about that. This shifter, I'll get a better angle on it, but this shifter is nice. It is, I mean, I'm so used to the Dodge, which the Dodge, it's loose, very loose. So this is nice. Headroom, very good headroom. Legroom, it's all right. One thing I don't like about is it's got no armrest. That's really, really annoying. Whenever I've like driven this car before, you always immediately go and you put your like hand right here, but there's nothing to put on because when you lower the handbrake, you just it feels like you're missing something. That's like the biggest gripe I have of this car, except for the fact that it looks like a grandma. But that's annoying. It's really annoying because I'm so used to like the RAV4, the Dodge, everything, just to have something to put your hand on, at least. But they didn't give that. The Suzuki engineers decided that you don't deserve that. But it's a manual, so we mostly like shifting and stuff. But this gear shifter, I don't know, it's probably because I'm like a truck guy and I've only driven the Dodge. So this might be a lot of play in the first, actually that kind of is. But when you have it here, it's just so nice. Wish the Dodge was like that, but it's what it is. This is the, gauge. It's got the heat of the engine, the fuel, and the speed, and the RPM. There's nothing that crazy. This is the best design air vents in car history. I will die on that hill. They're super easy and simple, and they work, and they can go at any direction that you want to, blow air on you. It's perfect. It's just perfect. And simple knobs. I mean, with this car, you don't have to, there's no screens. There's no screens. Everything's physical. There's a radio. I mean, that's fine. There's no gimmicks with this car. So especially in the driving too, it's very, you feel the driving aspect of this car, and that's nice because most cars are just so you don't feel the road, and with this you feel the road. If we hear it too. The only like nice technology thing I guess you could say in this car is this little thing here, this little like screen right here. It's it shows you the display of like the temperature and the gas mileage you're using, and it's about all the technology you get in this car. So let's see the back, or in the passenger rear back. It's not the worst room, I guess, back here. It's not an F-150 though. It's small. I mean, my leg isn't touching. So I got about inch and a half, maybe in my knee. Legs and torso are like a little bit proportionate. I think I have a little longer legs than my torso, I think. But the headroom, it's kind of close. It's kind of close. I mean, it's probably better for people who slouch. But this is a very basic interior. I mean, there's nothing special about it. There's no air vents. There's no sunroof. There's kind of nothing going on back here. But just makes it cheap. Cheap and fun. Cheap and fun is not normal these days. Cheap and fun do not coexist unless it looks like an old grandma car, and then it does exist. This back trunk. This is the smallest. Not really. You can see all the junk back here, but it's all right. It's got enough to hold a boot thing and car parts. I think it's like an alternator back there. I mean, it is small. You got this. I mean, it literally is just this line right here. That's all you get, basically. So if you need something that has a lot more space in it. If you need more space in a car, this ain't it. This is a very small car. But now I'm gonna go test drive it, or not test drive it, but kind of drive it and then show where it really shines with this car, and the transmission and how they engineered the engine and transmission just perfectly to give you the most amount of fun out of this small little Suzuki. Oh, and I will also show four-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive system and how that kind of works. I'll do my best. Okay, we are in the Suzuki. Let's get her started. There we go. One thing that's annoying with this car is how gosh darn loud it is. I swear to goodness. It just beeps at you all the time. It's really annoying. So this is a front based car. You can put it in all-wheel drive, and that it's a simple clutch system basically. No, sorry, 10% rear, 90% in the front. That's what it is. Not an Audi, not a Subaru, but it's enough. So yeah, I'm in fourth gear right now. I'm doing 30 miles an hour, 1,800 RPM. It's kind of a lot. If I put it in fifth, it's at now 1,300. Okay. Not horrible, not bad, but that's not the thing. That's not why you get this car. It's not a highway cruiser, because it ain't. It is not a highway cruiser whatsoever. But this thing can take corners and do it with ease, and it's fun. A little cold, so I'm not gonna like push it very hard, but it should warm up pretty quickly. I do not know what the 0 to 60 is on this thing, but I'm gonna say it's probably pretty quick. I'm gonna kind of test it out, just for science purposes. One thing I will say, the pedals are pretty small. My feet are pretty big, and it kind of gets in the way. I'm hitting like with the clutch and brake, I'm kind of hitting them both at the same time sometimes, because there's not a lot of room in like the footwell area. One thing to consider. And yes, I am driving a manual as a teenager, so that should give me some street cred. Wow, we are at operating temperature right now. Wow, that's really quick. It is, God, what's the temperature? It's 90, so that would explain why it's gone up to temperature pretty quickly, because it is already hot. So take this corner right here, and you're already, like in fourth gear, I'm already in 1,500 RPM, so I have like enough. It's such a fun car. I wish it looked way cooler. Because if it looked way cooler, I would totally daily this thing. Because it's a fun feeling car. I know there's no way you guys will ever be able to experience what it feels like to actually drive this thing. But it's so fun. It's light. It's got good balance. The transmission is great for acceleration. And because of how, I don't know, the transmission's made, how the engine's made, you don't really feel, I'm at 2,300 RPM. I don't feel it. It's not as scary as you know, it could be in the truck. I'm gonna go down some twisty turny roads so you can kind of like see. I want to kind of feel it. Feel this car. Open up. But it lacks an engine. It makes up in transmission, which this car perfectly shows you. Oh, that's nice. Just cruising at 3,000. Oh yeah. Let her eat. Ah, oh, it's so fun. Again, I wish it looked cooler. It feels great. It feels so fun to drive. I would love to take this thing out on a out in like a track. That'd be fun. Track day with our dailies. That would be pretty fun. No, not this road. What is the AC doing? AC doing 40 on half AC throttle. Whatever that's called, AC pressure, whatever. I don't know. But it also sounds like not too bad. It's a fun little car. This is a bumpy road. Okay. Woo. And then I want to see if I can try to show the all-wheel drive system. Might be good. This thing has the best all-wheel drive lock I've heard of in a car. Most all-wheel drive locks stop at like 20, 25. My RAV4 is 25. I know the Nissan Murano is 12. It's in between that kind of range, basically. This thing stops, it unlocks itself at 32 miles an hour. That is very fast for a clutch all-wheel drive system. You could very easily burn it up at 32 miles an hour. But I guess they just let you do it. They let you have the ability to do it? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do an all-wheel drive, like show what the difference is, I guess, with all-wheel drive. I don't know. So we'll get to that. So this is it in front-wheel drive. I'm gonna show front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive auto, and then all-wheel drive lock, and see what the difference is when starting, like flooring it off the line to see the difference. So that was front-wheel drive, and you can probably see how it was all in the front. Now let's do what auto does. It's definitely faster. Okay, so that was auto. Definitely tell it's a little faster, but let's try lock. Lock. So now it's locking itself. It should be like a four-wheel drive truck. So let's see what the tires do. Oh yeah. That was way faster. Does this thing have... I want to see. Does this have... This thing doesn't have traction control. What are you doing? Are you doing donuts? I was testing the all-wheel drive. I'm a YouTuber doing a review. Yeah. Sure. Cool. So that's the difference between the systems. Oh, I wonder, now the next test I'm wondering about is what happens once you get up to the 32 mile an hour mark? I'm gonna go straight because I don't want to hurt the all-wheel drive system. Will it go to auto or will it go to front? Okay, 32. Okay, we're at 35 now. We're above 30. Okay, yes, okay. So it goes into auto, which is what you want. It's amazing how the front wheel drive and auto really help with acceleration on the gravel. The lock definitely locked. And this thing doesn't have any traction control. It's just open. Just lets you rip it up. There's just a kid at the park, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just doing it." Oh Lord, I'm just doing a YouTube video. He's like, "Oh man, what's your channel?" Family Ranch. Might just got a new subscriber probably. I'm gonna go do a 0 to 60 test. So I will see you there for the 0 to 60. Okay, here we go. Here's 0 to 60. Okay. All right, 0 to 60 at 5 miles an hour. Go. 1 minute. I'll just use the timer on the thing. So that was 5 seconds, or not 5 seconds. 5 miles an hour start. Because the person behind me, and they were trying to get onto this road. I didn't want them to get like mad at me. So we'll have to put that in the calculation as well. I didn't count. I was too focused on shifting. So I don't know how fast that was. But in the video, I will figure out when I went for it. I can hear it in the audio, and then I'll figure out the 5 mile an hour head start basically, and then calculate what it would have been, and then what it was, the 5 mile to 60 instead of 0 to 60, 5 to 60. See how fast that was. So we will get back to the house and be done with this review. So thank you guys for watching this review on this Suzuki SX4. It's a nice little car. It's not the prettiest, but it's fun to drive. And fun to drive cars are, well, they're fun. This is kind of like, almost in a way, an all-wheel drive Miata, because it's an inline 4. It's very light, very small car. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look as cool as the Miata, but that means you can get a very nice car for the, lower price. It's just the thing is, there's not as much aftermarket support. Will O'Reilly's have parts for it? Stuff like that. But if it's not your daily and you want something that's fun and you can kind of fly under the radar and things and, that kind of stuff, then, it'd be a good car. It'd be a good car. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.